库里离开安德玛，尼克·哈里森的名字为何频繁出现？当库里签约安德玛时，究竟发生了什么？大家好，这里是 Telfair， 我们一起挖掘真实、励志、有趣的篮球文化。你的点赞让我不停更新。今天早上6点35分 ，NBA 名记 Shams 发布推文，金州勇士队球星斯蒂芬·库里与安德玛已经分道扬镳，双方长期合作关系就此画上句号。库里的个人品牌 Curry Brand 将开启独立运营的新篇章。此条消息一出，就立刻有博主在下面回复 Nico Harrison won at the end。这里他提到的尼克·哈里森正是本周三下课的前任独行侠总经理。之所以提到他的名字，则要从 ESPN 对库里的父亲戴尔·库里的一次采访说起。在大学的4年与 NBA 的前4年，库里曾是 Nike 旗下的一员。2013年2月27日，库里在麦迪逊广场花园砍下54分，命中11记3分。当时他穿着的就是一双 Nike Zoom Hyperfuse。同年夏天，面对着球鞋合同续约问题，库里与 Nike 的工作人员相约在奥克兰的一家酒店。那天，一位耐克高管不小心将 Stephen 叫成了 Stephon。库里的父亲说道 ：“I heard some people pronounce his name wrong before. I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that I didn't get a correction.” 更糟糕的还在后面，一份 PPT 上赫然出现了凯文·杜兰特的名字，非常有可能是套用旧模板时忘了删除。库里在之后被问起这件事时，也表示当时自己没有受到预期的欢迎。
At the time, you don't really, you have an emotional reaction to it because you're feeling good about yourself. You're like, y'all supposed to be, rolling out the red carpet, in this situation. If you really want me, like this is supposed to be buttoned up, dialed in, and like you said, it's been talked about.
当然，在以上的采访中没有提到任何有关尼克·哈里森的内容。在2021年来到独行侠之前，哈里森曾是耐克北美篮球运营副总裁，与乔丹和科比等篮球巨星都有过良好的合作。也许正因如此，许多热心的网友和媒体自然而然将这件事列为了哈里森的罪行之一。然而，在多年之后，哈里森谈到了他的冤情。
Well, listen, so there's an article out, and the article says I mispronounced his name.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know it was you. I thought it was somebody else.
No, it wasn't me. Yeah, I knew it wasn't you. No, it absolutely wasn't me. But they didn't know the other person. They knew me, so they said I mispronounced his name because it's sexy.
Right.
显然，在那次会面之后，库里并没有选择与耐克续约，而在那年夏天赢得库里青睐的，则是在 NBA 里名气微乎其微的安德玛。2013年，安德玛在 NBA 的代言人是布兰登·詹宁斯、坎巴沃克以及库里队友肯特·贝兹摩尔。安德玛的创始人凯文·普兰克很早就注意到了库里，而选择签下贝兹摩尔，正是他追逐库里的长期计划中的一环。
In seducing Stephen, it wasn't just let's send you a bunch of stuff. Do you know us? It was like, well, how do we have our first handshake? So the first handshake was let's sign the guy in the locker next to Stephen, and then we're going to overwhelm him with product. We'd send him a package like every day. He'd just get something else.
除了贝兹摩尔之外，在普兰克的心中，促成这次签约的还有另一位关键人物，就是库里的二女儿莱利·库里。
What do you want to do, Stephen? He's home with Aisha and his daughter Riley just at the time, and I think she was like 2 years old or so. And he's like sitting on the couch like this, and he had all 3 shoe boxes lined up on the coffee table. And he took a shoe out, and he had like a shoe sitting on each one of the 3 different shoe boxes. And, one's orange, one's red, and ours is black. And he goes, which one do you think I should do? And so she turns around like a 2-year-old and wobbles over to the thing, and she picks up the Nike shoe. She looks at it, turns it backwards, throws it over her shoulder. She picks up the Adidas shoe. She looks at it, turns it over, throws it over her shoulder. Then she picks it up and she turns around and she goes, "Here, Daddy, this one."
自此之后，库里与安德玛展开了长达13年的合作。在安德玛的帮助下，库里建立了属于自己的个人运动品牌 Curry Brand。然而，到了今天，这段合作也要告一段落。面对招牌球星的离去，安德玛会如何应对？而库里的个人品牌 Curry Brand 又将何去何从？就让我们拭目以待。